Hey guys! So I have a video for you today to show you how to get, I don't want to say flawless foundation. I hear people that say, oh my god, look at my flawless face. You know, nothing's perfect, but how to get really great, glowing, clear, healthy looking skin. And in this video you'll see, and I start barefaced, no eyebrows, no eyes, no nothing. Because the way I work, I have to have a clean slate before I can put anything else on my face. And I need to be able to put foundation under my eyebrows and all that. But you guys will be able to see I don't have perfect skin. And right now I'm broken out. Like I've got these huge underground pimples, and I had one here and I had one here and I never get them. But I'm trying a new cleanser and I know my skin is like freaking out. But I figured that would be a perfect time to do the video. You can see how to get great skin when you don't have great skin. I've got an entire face of redness, my whole face, and of course for this video it decided it would be calm and not red. But generally it's really, my entire face is extremely red. I am broken out, my T-zone, I'm always broken out. I've got clogged pores, I've got a mess, and I do take care of it. I've got a big old skincare routine. I get, you know, facials, chemical peels, I do the whole thing. And this is just, it's just my skin. So I'm going to show you guys how you can get great looking skin even if you don't have perfect skin. So I hope you enjoy the video. I'm sorry that this is about to go from full face of makeup to nothing. It's going to look crazy. But, you know, you guys can see how to achieve this. And if you're wondering about the eyes, I did film a video on this too, so that'll be up. They'll be up sometime close to each other. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video and I hope you learned something. And I'm sorry, I'm really rambly in this video. I don't know what happened. I just like want to share stuff with you guys. So I just kind of went on talk overload to try to explain everything to you. And there's probably so much I left out because I just couldn't even keep my thoughts straight. But anyway, I hope it does help, at least a little. And I hope you guys enjoy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye! Alright, so we are starting off today with a bare face. I'm going to show you guys how to get, you know, a very flawless looking face when you don't have flawless skin. So you can see, I've got this lovely thing going on here, and I've got spots all over. My face isn't usually this broken out. I do have a few real big breakouts, those like under the underground ones, and whatever. But usually I am broken out in this area, in the T-zone, just without like massive breakouts. But I do not have anything near perfect skin. My face is always very red. It actually isn't bad right now, but generally it is like color of my hair red all the time. So I'm going to show you guys how I get my skin to look very even and I don't want to say perfect because it doesn't look perfect, but is you know, make it look very even and as flawless as we can get it. I do use a few products and I'll explain why. The first thing I'm going to do is start off with my MAC Face and Body Foundation, and this is what, C2? Yep, I have the color C2. So this is the very yellow one, and like I said, my face is usually very, very red, so I buy everything to have a lot of yellow in it to even that out. And it took me a long time, a very long time to like MAC Face and Body. Like, I can't even explain to you guys how long. So what I do is I put some of that on the back of my hand. And how you want to work Face and Body, you want to get it, you could apply it with your hands, which if you do, you want to put it in your hands and really rub it around until you feel it thicken up. Or use a buffing brush. And when you do this, you just want to keep buffing until you kind of feel it thicken up. And so how that happens, the more you rub, the more you buff, either with a brush or in your hands, you will feel kind of some of that moisture work its way into your skin, and then you're left with more, you know, just like of a foundation. You know, it's not going to give you great coverage. It's not meant to. It's just meant to be very light. But what this does for me is it really helps to go in and even out that red. And my skin is very dehydrated. I just have very dehydrated skin, but it's extremely oily. And if I use anything that's oil controlling, or if I use any sort of powder, I do not use any powders on my face. My skin, within a half hour, my makeup needs to come off because it will produce so much oil. My makeup will look like separated and disgusting. It is not cute within like a half hour of putting it on. So this stuff, besides just going in and evening out the redness in my skin, it helps to add a little bit extra moisture. And the more moisture to my skin, now I did start with a cleansed face. I had, you know, washed my face, done my whole huge skincare routine first. Obviously you do not want your face absorbing pigment, aka the foundation, but you know what I mean. Because it is a hydrating foundation, it's better for my skin, and my skin will actually produce less oil because I have that hydration underneath. So as you can see, this is just helping to even out the colors in my skin. So I'm just gonna keep working that, and this stuff you can seriously just sit here and buff until your arm falls off. And the more you buff, the better it will look. And another reason I do this, there's a lot of reasons. Generally, around the outside of my face here, well, you know, I've got a little stuff going on, but all in here, I don't really need that much coverage. So I'm kind of putting this on all over so that my other foundation doesn't have to go all over, if that makes sense. The other foundation is just for the problem areas. And the reason I started, you know, I could have filled in my eyebrows or done some eye makeup so you guys wouldn't have to look at like, oh, but I need, before I do anything, I need to even out my whole face. I cannot start with my eyebrows done or anything else done because I need to be able to get in there and go over my eyelids, go over, which I really don't put that much on my eyelids, but go over my brows and just get a clean slate to put my makeup on top of. I cannot, absolutely cannot put other stuff on first and then do this. It does not work out for me. Alright, so there we go. Now that is on. Now in my other videos, if you've watched them, and it kind of looks like my skin is glowy, or you know, you can just see that my skin looks healthy or hydrated or whatever. This is okay. This really is what gives that. Like I said, I do have very oily skin, so my skin will produce oil, and that will make it look like it's glowing. But instead of putting on like tons of highlighter and stuff, I just put this underneath, and you can see right now, you can see how my skin does look shiny, and that after I put my other foundation on top of it, it kind of creates this like glowing from within thing going on. Think of this as like pregnancy glow in a bottle. You know what I mean? You know how people that are pregnant just have that beautiful glow to them? Well, I for sure am not pregnant, do not want to be right now, not for years, but use this and you will have that really, really pretty glow coming through your skin. So we'll call that pregnancy glow in a bottle. So that's that. So now you can see it really helped to even out any funny colors that were going on. Obviously I do not put it under here. We'll take care of that in a minute. But the next foundation I'm going to use is my Estee Lauder Double Wear Light. And this is in Intensity 1. And I'm going to apply that with my damp beauty blender. Again, helps me because hydration, my skin needs it, and also applying it with a damp beauty blender will just help us even more with that glow to our skin. So I just put a little on the back of my hand. Now I'm just gonna dab in just a little bit. And like I said, my T-zone and right down the center of my face, I'm always broken out there. I don't know why. That's just how my skin does. So we're just gonna dab that in, and I'm only applying a very little bit. And the sponge also helps you to get still that great coverage this foundation has, but a lighter layer, because even this stuff, the double wear line is intense, and even this stuff could look a lot or look cakey or look whatever if you don't apply it right. You know, if you go in and put too much, and the tiniest bit is too much with this stuff. This really helps you get a nice thin application but still get that amazing coverage. And my face, like I said, I'm surprised, not so bad today, but I'm going to put a little bit right here on my cheeks just because I get really red right there on my cheeks. I get red everywhere, but it's really bad right there, and then it's really bad at my jawline. So what I do, and you know, not this crazy crap, apply this here, and I kind of pull it over a little bit because of that redness that I get there. And really make sure, like you saw with the when I was applying the face and body, pull it down your neck. I pulled that stuff like all the way down, just because under here is never gonna be as dark as here or here, because it's like hidden. That's not cute. There we go. I do have a little. Okay. Alright, so now that we have those on, I'm going to take the teeniest bit, and when I say the teeniest bit, literally, I don't even know, you see that? Thank God for this awesome camera. Do you see that? That is like the most microscopic little dot. That's all you need. This foundation is insane. So I'm going to hit that right here on this stupid thing, on my little buddy here on my face. Yep. Alright. Bye-bye. A little on this thingy. And then right here. Alright, so then last thing, I'm going to take my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. And this is in NC 25. I can never, okay. Everything happens backwards in the camera, so I can never turn it correctly. There we go. NC 25. Again, this is very yellow, and it was funny when I was getting it from MAC. So I think NC 25 would be good. What do you think? She's like, yeah, but it's really yellow. And I was like, good. Bring on the yellow. Like, have to have me some yellow. And so, again, I put a little bit on the back of my hand. And the best way I found to apply this is to get some on there. And then use your beauty blender. And it sucks because this thing is so big and I have such a big nose, I have a really hard time getting in there. So I can't wait to get my hands on the mini beauty blender. But anyway, just apply that. I go underneath my eye, and then you want to make sure to get in here because you have that vein in there. Let's see. You've got that vein in there, and that will make your eye area look darker. So you want to make sure you get in there. I kind of have to like gouge my eyeball out, and I will apply, when there's barely anything on my sponge, I will go over my eyelid with that. So you get a little coverage there because my eyelids are veiny and discolored, and you know. It's very hard to take care of eyelids. Have you noticed that? I have. It's very, very difficult to take care of eyelids. You know, because you can't really put much on there. Like anything. There's really very few skincare products in life that you can put on your eyelids. And I don't really think I need the brain fart. What is it? The Paracone. Oh my god, the Paracone. What's it called? Oh, it'll come to me, but I don't need that stuff yet. I really don't think. Aceglutathione. Don't think I need that yet. And again, I'm just gonna dab a little extra right there. And what I do, like I said, because the sponge is big and my nose is big and it's hard for me to get in there, I take my finger and blend over this because sometimes I get kind of funny marks. Just even that out. And then also I take a little concealer right here on my nose. I don't know if you could see it before, but it's really red right there all the time because I got like, oh no, a spider bite or something funny there like years ago, and now it's just always red. So just like right in there. You could still see it a little bit, but not too worried about it. Here. Boom, 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 boom. And you can pull this concealer out here, like, you know how people do that if you want. I do not do that. I'm not into that, like, ridiculous triangle highlight crap on my face. I don't know. Doesn't look good on me, don't like it. So, yeah. There you go. That is how I get my complexion the way it is, to get it, you know, again, I don't really like the word perfect. Nothing's perfect, but I get it as nice and even out as I possibly can, and that's also how I get that glow. So when you see in pictures, the ones where I'm kind of turned to the side, see, look, you can see right there, there's no highlighter, there's no nothing, it's just hydration to my skin. Like I said, my skin is very dehydrated, but very oily at the same time. So, you know, I cleanse my skin, I use my Clarisonic, and, you know, I use, oh my god, my skincare routine, it's ridiculous. But I really make sure my skin has that hydration, and that's that glow you can see. And if I want to further accentuate that, I'll put a highlighter on. I generally don't because I get so oily. But yeah, so that is how I get that. I'm going to just apply some, let's see, blush and bronzer now. Just because once you do all this, I feel like my face looks like a flat piece of paper. So let's get us a little contour going. So there we go. That is how I get my whole face, my foundation, blush bronzer, well, blush contour. That is how I get my face to look the way it does, nice and healthy and glowing without being, you know, without looking like a grease ball, because again, I have very oily skin and I don't want to look like that for as long as I could possibly not. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it helped. I know it's kind of a lot of products, but that is just what I found works best for my skin. It shows you that you don't need to have perfect skin. So many of these YouTubers are like, let me show you how to get a flawless face. And then it goes to a clip of them with no makeup on and you're like, oh, you don't look any different. Okay, you have flawless looking skin because you've got flawless skin. Like, you don't got a breakout in sight, you're not red, you're not anything. And of course, my skin actually behaved for me today and wasn't that red, so you guys couldn't really see, but generally, my face is like, see the red on the SodaStream bottle on this cap? My entire face. And it's just a line, it cuts off at my jaw. So from the whole thing, not even just cheeks, from here to here, it is red, and then there's a line at my jaw where it stops, and then everything else is kind of more neutral to yellow. And I'm like, why? But yeah, so this is how I get that nice glow and how I get my skin to be as even as I can get it. So I hope it helped you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!